Hey everybody, welcome back to microbeerreviews.com. It's been a while since we've uploaded. Got a bunch of videos that I've made over the past couple months. Lots of beers, I guess during COVID times that I just haven't uploaded. But this one is out of the Hardywood brewery out of Richmond, Virginia. Comes in this really cool old school bottle. Reminds me of a Coors bottle. I think it's really cool that they put them in these bottles. Bought it in a 6-pack. It was like $12 a 6-pack. It was very reasonable. It's called the Great Return. It is one of their signature IPAs for this brewery. Now, this beer is worth telling the story behind it because, as you notice on the label, if you can see it, that little fish is actually a sturgeon. And so it talks about how there's this conservation effort in the James River, and the once vibrant aquatic life is struggling. So it talks about how at Hardywood they try to be as eco-friendly as possible. On the side of the bottle it says 100% renewable powered with wind, solar, and biogas. But again, that's the gist behind this beer and its name. So the Great Return is their efforts in trying to help the endangered Atlantic sturgeon, a prehistoric yet behemoth of a fish, spotted as far up the James River all the way into the Richmond area. It says your purchase of this beer supports that James River Association. They contribute $10 per barrel to the Great Return to the James River Association. So that's the story behind it, which I think is really cool. So kudos to Hardywood. I think that's awesome. And now the beer itself is 7.5% ABVs. The release dates, they brew this year round according to their website. And let's crack it open, get it into the glass. Enough about the background of the beer. They call this a bold, resinous, citrusy American IPA. So as you can see coming out of the glass, it definitely has a more of a yellow tint to it than an orangey tint. Hence the classic side. It's not nowhere on there does it talk about it being super fruity, but it's got quite a bit of carbonation. I actually like this carbonation on this. Perfectly white, frothy, foamy head on there. Nice little bubbles coming up to the top and just kind of lingering, as you can see. Didn't pour it too aggressive, but nothing floating around in the glass, no residuals, nothing as far as unfiltered. This is definitely a filtered American IPA, and the color I think is really nice, kind of a strawish, yellowish color. So for the aroma, again, without even tasting it yet, it is a very, what I call American. There's some malt background to it, some sweet corn. You can definitely smell some hops in there, but it's a very much a blend of the yeast and the malts along with the hops. I could not find which hops they use for this anywhere, but to me it's a little bit more herbally, earthy. It's probably, I'm totally guessing here, maybe some Cascade, some Amarillo, maybe some Simcoe. Pretty standard-ish staple hops, nothing crazy. It's not fruity like a Mosaic or a Citra, excuse me. So it's not very citrusy in the aroma. So let's get in the glass, see what we got. Oh, that's really good. Again, malty on the front, a little bit of kind of a middle grapefruit, lemony-ish, citrusy hint to it on the back end of the palate and the finish. It's pretty viscous. Again, this was a 7.5%, so you're a 0.5% away from, by definition, being an imperial. It definitely has some punch to it as far as the mouthfeel and the viscosity of it, which I actually really like. I think there's anything else I need to tell you on the website. I rate my beers between 1 and 5. Honestly, this is one of the better American IPAs I've had in a long time. Just that first sip. It's smooth, it's balanced, it's got a lot of different characteristics to it. It's not one-sided at all. It's really drinkable. I mean, this is This is a solid IPA. Again, it's not one of these that, you know, are crazy hoppy and dank and overly complicated. I would say it is a very classic staple type IPA with a nice little punch characteristic to it. So I would rate this at least a 4, maybe even a 4.5. I mean, the price point is awesome. I know in the Virginia market, it's on the shelves readily. So again, how far north, south, east, west, etc. they go, I don't know, but definitely check it out. So it's the Hardywood Brewing Company. Phenomenal job with this beer. If you've tried it, leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like the video if you've had fun watching it, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.